The gutters are on to about there. Anyway, there's been a messing around. Basically, this shed falls a foot that way. So we tried to get it so that we could fall a bit this way and a bit that way, but we ended up coming off the soffits. So we've had to fall it all to the same direction. So there's still a little bit of work left to do. We're going to try and get this shed empty so that we can get the combine, the baler and the header in there and the drill, so that we've got some room for moving the beans. And then also we've got some oilseed rape coming in on Monday. So we're just having a bit of a sort out, but we were trying to clear out these bays as well, because these are full of bags of seed and log splitters and different things. So we're going to have a big tidy up, try and clean this seed into less bags basically, because some of it is cover crop stuff that we've grown. So this is buckwheat, but it's obviously mixed with bits of straw. So if we clean that out of it, then they'll take up less room, and then we can use the bits of straw in the biomass boiler as fuel. So we're just trying to have a big sort out and get these sheds clean and tidy and give us some more room. We started doing them because we thought it was going to rain all week, and then it didn't, so we've ended up like with the sheds half empty and all bits scattered everywhere. And we've got all sorts of half drums of oil and stuff like that, but Danny and Chris have got an oil burner for their heater for their workshop, so we can get rid of that to them as well. Got a hitch on the front of the Mini Merlot because we're going to move the header into there. All we seem to do is move the header round and round the yard, trying to find somewhere to put it. So we'll get that out of the way, get ready for some rape coming in, and then we're going to set to and try and get that other shed empty, then move the header into that shed. I said this the other week, but it is so easy moving it around on the front because you can just see exactly where you're going. Andrew's just directing me there. I might take that divider off the end actually because it's in the way. In it goes. I'll do. Easy. Right, we're with Jackie and Olivia and we're by a midding, and we're going to dig and see how many worms there are underneath the midding, and then we're going to go in the field where it's direct drilled that's not sown yet, see if there's any in that, and then we're going to go over to Ian's field across the way that he's direct drilled for about 5 or 6 years, and then next to a ploughed field, and we're going to see if there's any difference in worm numbers.
For any worms that
I've just rooted, and there's slug eggs. So hopefully they'll die now with the ultraviolet light that's hitting them. We don't like slugs. Will that still live now it's chopped in half?
No, it's too... Oh, it's just a... I think it is chopped in half. No, it depends where... Oh, there's a lovely deep fire.
Them slug eggs.
There's some nice to that worm there. It's lovely dark.
Oh, there's lots of worms. I see another. You just...
Oh yeah, do you want to pop them in the pot for me if you help me sort? 11.
Oh, one's trying to escape.
Oh, they will, yeah.
Really long one.
11.
11 plus 2 halves, 12.
All right, 12. Yeah, 12.
Out of that little 20 centimetre bag, 20 centimetres square.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of worms in a small area.
The cornflowers are still flowering at the NHS letters, just cutting through the S. David and Ian over here to count their worms. How many is it? 8?
There were 8, yes.
8 in, what, 6 or 7 years no-till? No one knows.
They're normally big, massive old things.
So how many were there?
There were 5.
5, but that was cheating, wasn't it?
Oh, no, there were 8 if we included all the extra.
Oh, right, okay.
Because we just did the
Is it living or is it
big
root?
as the universe.
It's not, yeah.
Oh yeah, so what's that, everyone?
Fascinating. It's
Because it's not a baby worm.
There's as much.
That's what we want it to look like everywhere though, like an arrow. Have a look.
No.
Go on there by your foot, get in the way, Olivia.
Oh yeah. This one's a big.
Got 13 worms, and the big ones are deep burrowers.
deep burrower.
Which is a surface eating one?
That would be, where is he? That one.
That one with the big saddle.
And then the pale colour ones are the topsoil ones.
Oh.
So you've got, yeah, so there's a nice
So there's
topsoil.
2 or 3 big deep burrowing ones?
It's like 2. That one's chopped in half. But yeah, that's a perfect pick 'cause it's got all the 3
Can I
types
take
of worms.
Can I have
There we
that
go.
one?
Field now that potatoes on, we're going to see if there's any worms left in that. I'm just looking at it now, it's coming up nicely in the middle of the field, but the headlands are a bit mauled. They were a bit wet when we drilled it, and it's not really coming up here yet. I don't know if it's just because the ground's a little bit cooler or it's rotted, but we'll have to see in the next few weeks whether it actually comes up here, because so far there's nothing. But it could have just come too wet and the seed could have just expanded and rotted and blown. But where it's there, it's managed to drain a bit better, it's not too bad. not a single worm after potatoes. We now dug 2 holes on this potato field and not found any, and I even thought a dug where was a slight worm cast or a little hole, but no, there's no worms left.
They're yellow when they're first laid, and then they go
cocoon.
orange when they're about to hatch.
This field now was potatoes 12 months ago, so as you can find just a couple so far. So it's recovering. It's a beast, that one. It's like something out of Tremors.
Yeah. They're the ones that tend to make the middens, you know, the big...
Yeah, so worms do come back after potatoes then.
It's like, so you cover crops it and then...
Yeah, cover cropped it and then wheat. Oh God. This is a field of wheat direct drilled into rape stubble on the opposite side of the road from where we've just dug in an old potato field. And we found over 20 and a cocoon as well. That was fell off. I think put them out on the cocoon. There you go. So a lot more in this field. Same soil type as well. It's a momentous occasion, isn't it? Putting the bonnet back on. Now it's black. You need to finish that cab, Sam. It's still green.
Huh?
You need to finish that cab. It's still green.
I'm trying. I'm trying to bet.
I had a few unexpected dry days that we didn't expect, so I'm going to go and quickly have a look at the field, see whether we can get on drilling wheat with it. But it is supposed to rain again tonight. But I've been saying this all week and we've not had it. I'm actually amazed how dry this field is. We could drill this now. The problem we've got is it's about to rain really hard for 2 days. So then we come out and try it. Bit wet still here, but it always is wet here. Can't wait for this bit of the field. But the rest of it on a whole isn't too bad. So do we take the risk or not? I don't know. I have to think about it. I've checked the satellite pictures, and if it's not going to rain in the next hour, I think it's missed us for today, but we'll definitely get it tomorrow. And I think the ground will take it, to be honest. It's quite loose and open. I don't think we'll do too much to it. We'll literally just go straight in with the drill. It won't look pretty, but it should be a bit more weatherproof than if we tried to level it a bit better. But, you know, the main thing is we just want wheat to grow. We don't want it to look nice. We just want it to grow. And in the ground before the end of the month or before Christmas is better than sown in the spring. So I think we'll put the drill on ready. If it doesn't rain, we'll go. And it's 30 acres. We'll do it in an hour and a bit. So yeah, we'll try it. It's not raining, so we're gonna top up now with seed and see what we can get done. Got the bag lifter on, the mini Merlot. Even got diesel. 267 hours it's done already. Well, it's not rained, the cloud's high, it's obviously raining on the Pennines and not us. Sam's just coming out. This is the worst bit of the field. So whether he'll go through it, go round it, or just drop the pressure off, I don't know. You see the tractor sort of like scratching slightly. We've not got a front weight block on it. We left in such a hurry. But I'm not bothered if we don't sow this bit, but the rest of it looks fine so far. See what happens now. It's kind of a crust on the top, and he's not really breaking through it, hopefully. Drill's just about going. So that's the worst bit of the field drill now, and not particularly much mess, which is handy. I expected it to be a bit worse than that, but he's gone through. This is where he's done now. It's quite cobbly, but that's good because it means it's not going to wash too much if we get this heavy rain and the seed's buried in that slot. Now it is a bit corrugated, and if it rains really hard, these slots could fill with water, but I think it's airy enough underneath because it's been flat lifted and it should be all right, hopefully. But it won't grow in the bag in the yard, so we may as well try. Drilling in conditions like this is where you'd probably have a covering harrow on the back of the drill, a bit like the John Deere used to have, and it'd just rake it that little bit leveler. But then it kind of defeats the whole object of direct drilling. Obviously this isn't direct drilling because we're working to where potatoes have been, but we'll try it and see what happens. To be honest, the perfect drill for drilling this field would have been the Claydon drill, because it had levelled a little bit as it went. The leading tine had made sure that the water didn't puddle, and it'd have left it nice behind it because it's got a covering harrow, and obviously the paddle boards would have put it level. Problem is that drill works best on the 936, which is still in the workshop with a drive shaft missing and obviously halfway through painting. But this drill's obviously new to us this season. We've never tried it in these conditions, so you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and To be honest, I don't think it's doing too bad a job, so fingers crossed we'll have a wheat crop in. This will take at least 3 weeks to get up. I mean, the days are so short now, but we'll see what happens. Coming past again now. Just slicing it in nicely. Okay, seagulls are stealing the worms. Stop pinching me worms. It started spitting. We got rain on the windows, but he's nearly finished now. He's just checking for seed. So it's pretty good, really. We got another field in that we never thought we would. Just brushing this bit of road here because the people that live in these houses are moaning that there was mud on it from when the potato guys had been here. But it's not a very good surface and it'll brush the stones off too much. But these are the kind of people that like living in the country but don't like, so they enjoy the view but they don't like mud. Sam's back in the yard now. There's high-vis Liz in a yellow coat that isn't actually high-vis, but she looks a bit high-visy. So that's another 30 acres nearly of wheat in, which is good because I never expected to get that done. So it's nice to have that in, because obviously if it can yield an extra ton to the acre sown at the right time of year than the wrong time of the year, then it's all helps to pay the bills. That is the good thing about this drill, the fact that you can just snatch an afternoon and get, you know, a considerable amount done in an afternoon. If we'd have had the 6 metre drill, we probably wouldn't have even tried to drill that field this afternoon. We'd have just thought, oh no, it'll start raining by the time we get there, or, you know, it took at least twice as long. So it's nice to be able to just grab a bit and get it in. Quick black fent update. We've not painted the cab frame because we obviously went drilling, and we've not put the front wheels back on. The front wheels look amazing now they've dried and they're dead shiny. And the bonnet looks great. The only thing is, scratched it a little bit putting it back on. Just have to touch that up a little bit, but we've got some little paint brushes. But it's getting there. It's looking smart. So we'll probably get the front wheels back on it tomorrow, mash the rest of the cab off, take the back wheels off. I don't know whether we'll get a chance to paint the cab tomorrow, but we'll try. So today we had Jack here looking at worms, and I'll leave a link below for her Twitter account because she's the worm expert in the UK. So in summary, basically the potatoes, no worms left this year. A year, 12 months after potatoes, they were coming back. The field we found the most worms in was one that's been under direct drill for the longest. We looked at a field that was ploughed and we couldn't find any deep burrowing worms in that, despite trying a few holes. And the stuff that was direct drill next to it, we could find deep burrowing worms in it. So there you go. Apparently a good soil will have over 16 worms per spadeful. So when we found 20 in the direct drill field, I was quite pleased with that. A couple of birthdays today. I won't read them all out because I'll be here for a while, but if your name's up there, happy birthday to you. One of them was yesterday as well. So there's no point in telling me after I've edited the video if your birthday, otherwise you won't make it to it. The black tractor's taking shape. Got that wheat in, which is great. Also had a meeting this morning about an open day. So the date is going to be, I think we said Saturday the 15th of January. So if you want to put it in your diary, I'll confirm it tomorrow. But I think that's the date we're looking at. And it's going to be ticketed. So they're going to be morning tickets and afternoon tickets so that everyone doesn't all arrive at once. And it's going to be in partnership with FCN, Farming Community Network, which do a lot of good for farmers and help with different things. So we'll bit more of that coming up soon when they visit, and then also we'll sort it out as a good open day hopefully, and we'll have some plenty for everyone to see. So thank you everyone that's watching, if you made it this far. Thanks to everyone with the kind words on the whole Farmers Weekly article that's been done, because I think that's going around online and might be in the magazine tomorrow. If you've got it on your Facebook, share it, and then more people will watch the videos and we can buy some more cool tractors, or obviously when the spraying is replacing in 6 years, I'll be able to still afford a new sprayer. Anyway, if you got this far, click like, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.